I want you to take a test with me and answer these few questions. Do you feel like you're working too many hours and still not making enough money? Do you often attract clients who are demanding, they are asking for discounts, or they're expecting you to do more than they're willing to pay for? Is your cash flow inconsistent, making it hard to grow? Do you feel burnt out or resentful because you're not being compensated for your work? Have you avoided raising prices over fear that your clients are going to leave? Have you been charging the same rates for years even though your skills and your expertise continue to improve? Do you feel like the only way that you can make more money is to work more hours? Have you ever taken on too many clients, which has left you burnt out, but it's the only way that you know how to make ends meet? Would you struggle to take time off without your income taking a hit? If you've answered yes to more than 3 of these questions, you are definitely leaving money on the table. Hi, I'm Stacey Berger, transformational coach in life and business, supporting entrepreneurs in accelerating their results and experiencing full spectrum success. I understand the struggle as a business owner to start charging for your services and charging your value. And it can be a difficult thing when you love your profession, you love giving to your clients, but there can be something about that money exchange that gets inside of our heads and really starts to create those results that we talked about in those questions. And so I want to give you some tips and tricks and tools to shift your thinking about that financial exchange between your clients so you stop leaving money on the table and really make the impact that you want to make while creating the income that you deserve. When we're charging for our services, what can happen is we undervalue what we're providing. And so it's not even about the amount you're charging for your service, it's the thinking around it, it's the self-image, it's the value. And so starting with a simple exercise around thinking about all of your education, all of your experience, all of your expertise, the jobs that you've had, the people that you've helped, and just spending some time thinking about everything that you bring to the table. What you've invested in yourself, maybe in education, in certificates and degrees, life experience. Think about all of that and what that adds up to. And you're bringing all of that experience, all of that wisdom into your clients and providing that as value. And what that does is it creates a shortcut for your clients where they don't need the 10 years of life experience. They don't have to go get that degree. You're providing them with a shortcut. And as you start to think about that experience and the value that you're bringing, that can help you to internally justify what it is that you're charging your clients for. Remember, you're providing them with a shortcut. You're also providing them with a result. By investing in your product or your service, they're going to have a benefit. What's that benefit worth to them? And so thinking about what they're going to gain and what you're bringing to them rather than just what they're going to pay. And so not just focusing on the cost, but really reframing and thinking more about the value. The other piece that can happen when you're charging for your services is it's really easy to get tricked into thinking that people can't afford it. We tend to make agreement with people's limitations. So I hear this all of the time, the economy's bad, people out there can't afford it. And our thinking is that nobody can afford our services. People don't have the money for it. And what that does is it's us making agreement with other people's limitations and lack. And as long as I'm thinking from a place of limitation and people can't afford it and they don't have the money, you will keep attracting that experience. Instead of seeing people in their limitations, start seeing them in their potential. I've absolutely made this mistake before where I thought, oh, that person probably can't afford my services, or I won't offer them the high-end package even though that's what I think would be best for them. I've made up a story about what I think they're capable of. and they don't do business with me. Meanwhile, they go invest twice as much with another coach in their high-end program. It's not because they didn't have the money or they weren't capable. I didn't see that potential within them. So notice where you're making agreement with people's limitation, people's lack, and instead get highly interested in their potential. If you really believe that you can help them, trust that they can find a way to invest in your service if they believe that you have the answer to their problem. So making more of an agreement with people's possibility, potential, abundance will not only serve you, it will help you be a better service to that client. I've also seen lots of new business owners get paralyzed with their pricing. They don't know what to charge. They don't know what to set their price at. They're worried about that. And it puts them in a place of paralysis, and they're thinking about it, and so they're not making the offer. They're not making the invitation. And here's the thing, just get started. Set a price and get out there doing some business. And remember, it's not permanent. You can change your price. You can increase your price as you get better at what you do, as you get more experienced, as you see the results that you're creating. But don't let pricing confusion stop you from getting started. I've also had a number of people say to me, I do not like invoicing. I don't like charging my clients. And so they end up delaying invoicing, or they're sending their invoices. They're scared to send it. They're scared that their clients are going to somehow be mad or they're not going to pay it. And it really puts them in a state of fear and scarcity. And so if that's you, if you have a challenge charging your clients or actually accepting payment, one of the mindset shifts that you can make is tell a different story. Remember that this client chose to do business with you. They obviously said yes because you're helping them, they liked you, they want that solution. And so thinking about that person, not just as a bill or an invoice, but somebody that you've helped. And what if they were thrilled to pay for your service or your goods because of the difference it made in their lives? And so transforming that fear around invoicing and money and that exchange into one of a positive intention, positive exchange where you're happy to invoice and your clients are happy to pay that invoice. The other piece that gets in the way in that financial exchange and really not charging what you're worth is not believing in yourself and your ability to create change for somebody. And just a reminder that people are investing in you because you have an answer to a problem that they have. You have a solution. You have an answer for them. And your ability to answer that problem, to solve that problem, is really where the value is. This isn't necessarily about you. This is about the value that you're providing them in the solution. And if you don't believe that you can provide solution for them, if you're not confident with your ability to do that, go invest in getting more skilled in your process, in your vocation, in the area that you're specializing in. But don't make it about you. It's not about you. It's always about your client and being of service to them and providing a solution for them. So remember that as you're asking for that investment, you're asking that person to invest in something that's important to them and in that solution. It's about your process that's going to help somebody. So it's not necessarily about you, it's about that process. And the more that you believe in your system and your process to create transformation, it makes that exchange much easier. I believe so strongly in my system of transformation to really help people create a clear vision and then have a proven, repeatable, reliable system that they can apply to their life to achieve that vision. I believe so much in that system that it makes it really easy to invite people into coaching programs with me. It's not about me, it's about the system. I just get to be the vehicle or the person that gets to facilitate that. And so what's your system? What's your process that you're taking people through that creates results? And if you want to really take this information deeper and work on creating that vision and understanding the transformational system that you can apply into your life, to make more money, to have greater health, to deepen relationships, really create full spectrum success, I would love to invite you to attend Passion to Purpose Live. This is a 3-day transformational event that I run where I'm going to teach you the proven, repeatable, reliable system of transformation so you can make your dreams a reality. You have gifts to give. You have experience, you have expertise, you have purpose, you have passion, and you deserve to make a good income making an impact in people's lives. And so as you're thinking about how do you charge what you're worth, how do you really accelerate that and feel better in that transaction, I hope that you'll take some of these tips and tools today and apply them to your business so you can make the income and the impact that you deserve. I'm Stacey Berger. Here is to you living a life that you love.